All right, so the next topic I want to talk about is a system we use to grow our business because bottom line, our job here is to offer this blessing to as many people as possible. And the system we use to do that is ITT, or Invite Tool Team. And it's one of the simplest systems you can use to grow a network marketing business without feeling like you have to know everything. And the reason it works is simple. It keeps a process focused, duplicatable, and pressure free. So you're not trying to convince someone in one conversation. You're simply helping them take the next logical step. So first step in all of this is to invite. Okay, your job is to start simple, personal conversations and see whether someone's open to learning more. Sometimes, that conversation might start because somebody reached out directly about a post or a story you made on social media. And they might be asking for more information. That's a great way to get the conversation started. Sometimes you may need to actively reach out to someone because of something they may have mentioned to you in a conversation, be it about their health or their finances, or some solution that you can offer to improve for them, okay? Now, in this invite, you don't have to give a full presentation. You're not trying to answer every question through the text. You're simply creating curiosity and asking permission. So you might say, hey, Tim, I thought of you because you mentioned some health concerns, and I found something that's helped a lot of people. Would you like to hear more about it? Or, hey, I thought of you because you mentioned wanting more flexibility and options, and I'm working with something that may be worth a look. Would you be open to watching a short overview? Keep it short, keep it personal, and give them room to say no, okay? Step two is a tool. Once they are open to it, you send them a resource, a tool, whether it be a short video, a link to a product information, or a customer story, a webinar. Tools like videos, presentations, and testimonials help communicate information consistently rather than requiring, every consultant here to explain it from memory. Let the tool do the educating, okay? You're trying not to become the message. We have to remember that in all of this, we are simply the messenger, okay? So you share the tool, you give it time to review it, and then you follow up, okay? So for example, this video is about 15 minutes, can you watch it tonight or tomorrow? And then once you've seen it, let's connect for a few minutes. I'd love to hear what stood out to you. Then follow up with a question when they say they'd be able to watch it and say, hey, hope you watched it. What'd you like most about what you saw? If they say they're interested or they may have more questions, that leads to the third step. It opens the door and green lights the next step, which is team, introducing them to the team. This is where you could use a three-way message or a three-way call to connect your prospect or your friend with a mentor. And that three-way conversation is most useful after the person has already received and reviewed some information and they've said they have, actual interest or have genuine questions. Not a replacement for the initial invitation or tool, okay? So before making the introduction, you need to make a good edification, okay? Edification means sincerely building credibility for the mentor you're about to introduce. Okay, in this context, it's simply telling the prospect about the helpful qualities, experience, or relevant perspective that your mentor is going to bring. We go more about this in the edification video, but you don't need to exaggerate. You don't need to make unrealistic claims or exaggerated claims. Just be specific and truthful. So a three-way message could sound like this. Hey, Mary, I want to introduce you to Mike. Mike's someone I respect a lot because he has a lot of experience helping people understand both the products and the business. He's been so generous with his time and helping me learn, and I thought he'd be a great person to answer the questions you had after watching that overview. Mike, this is Mary. She's watched the overview and was especially interested in learning more about how the products work and what getting started could look like for her. Mary, I'll let you guys connect from here. For a three-way call, you might say, Mary, I want you to meet Mike. Mike has more experience than I do and has helped me understand the big picture in all this. I really respect the way he keeps things very simple and helps people make informed decisions. Mike, Mary's watched the overview and had a few questions, so I wanted to connect you both. Then let your mentor lead the conversation. But also you want to stay present, listen, and then learn because this is sort of on-the-job training for you. So why does ITT work? ITT helps people understand that they don't have to be an expert to begin. Everything you do from a prospect's perspective, they're already judging. Can I do what that person's doing right now? Okay, but all you've done so far is invite someone to take a look, share a proven tool that already exists for you, and then if they're interested, you connect people to more resources like your team, okay? And anybody can do that. That is duplication, and that's what this business is all about. A simple system is not about hiding information or pressuring a decision. It's just about a simple way to match the right information and support to the person's level of interest once they see something. So, a warm contextual introduction can also help establish relevance and credibility before the mentor even begins speaking, okay? So there's more about this in how to invite, edification, and why we use tools. But bottom line, our system here, invite, tool, team, ITT, it keeps it simple so you can keep it simple. You don't have to learn everything overnight. You can use the resources available to you. Simply learn how to edify your mentors with honesty and let your prospects and friends and family, whoever sees this information down the road, decide whether or not the right next step for them.